Yes, good evening and welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. My name is Dominic and this is a match reaction show where we've just beaten Brighton 2-1. I am still in disbelief. As always, I'm always writing notes in the game. I want to make sure that we talk about the points, we don't miss anything. Again, it's important that you have your say. Get in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. The first analogy I was talking about here is that we were on a trip to Brighton, right? You know, you go to Brighton, get some rock, go to a beach, right? We're in a car, right? The car started off the journey, started off quite nice. The car was good. It was just like cruising 70 miles per hour down the motorway. It was lovely in the lanes, indicating, do some nice passes and so forth like that. And all of a sudden, the wheel fell off. The wheel fell off. Oil started leaking. No MOT. Police looking out for a certain vehicle. It was not going well. All of a sudden, we still made it to Brighton and we got the 3 points. I'm sipping on flicking coffees, having lattes, having donuts. There's so much to talk about because, guys, I am so happy the result, but we have to talk about the game. Is this sustainable? Is it lucky? Is it deserved? Where do we go from here? What players need to step up? There's so much to talk about, and I'm so glad that I've got amazing guests on. As usual, we've got Aiden there, my man. Aiden, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, man. I've just seen someone's screenshot of my tweet and put it on Twitter, so now I'm becoming famous now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's my update.
Oh my god! Look, this is how happy Aiden is, and we've got Naji. How you doing, brother? You right?
Bro, listen, we got the job done, man. I'm still gonna criticize, man, but we got the points, so it's
that's the most important, my man. That's the right attitude. Adam, how you feeling, bro?
All right, all right. It's a good result, but then again, we have to talk about the game, like you said.
We have to. We're going to break it down, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get straight in the comments and welcome people into the house. Thank you again so much for joining live. Freaking love you guys. Always supporting. I appreciate you so much. Vibes FC. When any new deal gets announced, I'm going on loan to Bournemouth. This is dead. Jesus. Look, you feel free to say whatever you want to say. Look, as a fan, you can be Ollie out, Ollie in, Manchester United win, whatever you want. No opinions wrong. Get involved in the comments. DW3X, if Man United get exact penalty situation like Brighton did, it's a penalty for United. No one can argue. Yeah, it's true. Good to see Tom James come off the bench rather than start. Yes, I like that video, D, my man. Also good to see DVB come on before the 80th minute. Cliss is in the house. Big 3 points. They keep targeting AWB. Also, a January can see from set pieces. Other coaches watching. Hope Donning, Pogba and Brunner can play together more often. Like that, man. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I see you. Vibes, DW3X, Physio D, Carl Lewis, Cliss, Oren, Andrew, Mabanda Chicken Mabanda, MFB, all the people here. I appreciate you coming in and joining live as always. Guys, let's get straight into it. We've beaten Brighton. Okay, it's 2-1. This is huge. We had no shot on target in the first half. I think Brighton didn't have a shot on target in the first half. But the most important thing is that we got the 3 points. There's some underlying issues that we need to address. And that's what we're going to do in this show. Don't get it twisted. I am happy as I'm happy as a kid in a sweet shop who's allowed to go and do it because their teeth going to fall out anyway. I'm that happy, right? But we got to talk about it. Aiden, you're up first, my bro. Tell me how you feeling, bro.
Yeah, I gassed in it, man. I'm flipping it. Do you know what the maddest thing about that is? Yeah, a load of people that haven't really been doing well recently did well today. Like Fred was sick. I find Fred's good whenever he's not next to McTominay. I can't remember a good Fred performance when he was next to McTominay, but all these good performances, like Sevilla, he was never next to McTominay. So I think that's something interesting. Maguire was sick today. I think that last man challenge was really, really good. I really rated Maguire today. Shaw is just consistent. Like he's 7 out of 10 every other game. The first 60 minutes, like I thought I was having like a brain hemorrhage. Like actually, my brain was hurting. Like my eyes were like screaming. Thought I was like going to explode. But then we scored 2 goals and it's fine. But yeah, just to say, yeah, Greenwood. How many? I've been saying this for time. Start this guy at number 9, bro.
He's good
enough.
He's
good enough. If I asked anyone, could he become on number 9 within two and a half years, let's say? Could he? Yes, he could. He's that good. So start him, bro. He's cold, man. He's cold.
Aiden, I completely agree. Aiden said it right there. Greenwood for me is something of, he's so special. Like even before he scored the goal, You could see in the first half he was trying to do movement, he was keeping the ball. His retention is better than some people that have been in the game for years. That's not good, really, but it's good for us that we've got a player like him. I'm so happy in that situation. Guys, just saying hello to more people that are coming in. Appreciate you as always. El Frankie, my man, says thanks. Congrats, guys, on 600 subscribers. Football's all about results, but the truth is Man United rubbish and so far away from where you need to be. It's crazy. Well, thank you, mate. Yeah, I couldn't do it without everybody here, the guests, the people. Appreciate that, man. It's a big thing for me. I appreciate that. And Man United are rubbish. Okay, we'll talk about that, bro. We'll talk about that. Dean Smith, my man, go for Sergio Aguero. We should talk about that.
No,
we should talk about that. We should talk
Get
about
that
that.
off my screen, bro. Get that off my last clock screen.
I don't want Sergio Aguero, bro. I'd rather me up, bro.
Remember to like the videos. Buggy Vibes in the house, my man, one of the OGs. Anton, how you doing, bro? We are lucky, but a big win for us, and we need to start Greenwood up front for the rest of the season. Yes, mate, I want to talk about this. AG, your opening statement, bro, a little bit as well about Cavani, mate. What's your thoughts, bro? Talk to me.
I don't know where to start, bro. I'll be honest. The first half, yeah, I mean, Cavani just makes movements as normal, but when the team behind him just ain't firing, you can just see that, and it's a repetitive thing, bro. It's a repetitive thing of we start slow, we're not moving the ball quick enough, strikers aren't getting no service. So regards, I even feel if that was a Martial, we're still not getting much service. Rashford was going on his mad runs, doing his free on, trying to take on the flipping world like he was Goku, fam.
Yeah,
like
even Luke Shaw was as well, yeah.
Yeah, like it was a calamity. It was all over the place. But second half, first 10 minutes again, shambles, but then it just seemed to have a little bit of a spark from somewhere. The ball was moving a little bit quicker, and players were like, "Okay, let's move on to this." It was like a positive chain of energy, and then things started to work out. And I feel like I know Greenwood was in that position, but I feel like Cavani would have been in that position as well, in my opinion, based on how we were playing football. I don't think it was a case of only Greenwood would be in that position. I'm just glad Greenwood was there. And can we just make a little mention for Van der Beek, because he was literally right next to Greenwood.
I saw that. I wrote that down. AG. Yeah, Van der Beek was right there.
That later, bro. We'll definitely get into that. But for Cavani, I think it was an unfortunate game for him, bro. Unfortunate game. But this is the problem, and I'm sure Aidan's going to touch on it. When you haven't got a system and you're playing with wingers that are very, very selfish naturally by nature, your team's going to struggle to get chances created. Pogba and Bruno weren't on it. No one was ultimately. As we said before the show started, Fred was probably the best player in the first half and 50 minutes in. So we got the result, man. But I'm going to leave it there, man.
Mate, Naja, I appreciate you, man. It was such a weird situation because I saw people that everybody's going for Martial. If you don't like Martial, and this is based on football, no one should be going based on the person. And I'm hoping everything I see about Martial is just about his football. But I've seen so much hate for Martial in terms of his footballing ability and what he brings on the pitch. And they were like, oh, Martial doesn't move, doesn't do this, doesn't track back. Cavani didn't do anything either. So doesn't that start to tell people that there's something bigger? There's something bigger going on. It's not who's there. It's something bigger. I said to you at the beginning, I use an analogy of a car. We started off fine. The journey was all good. We had a flicking hot milk. Everybody's laughing, got flicking, oh, no woman, no cry in the background on CD, right? Everything's good. We're passing the ball really well. But then the wheels start to fall off. And then everybody starts saying, oh, the same Manchester United. Why are you not tracking back? Why can't we make passes? I saw sloppy passes from Bruno, Pogba, Rashford, even Shaw. It was weird. I saw like a disjointed team, and we've seen this time and time again. But then what happens when we score a goal? We score a goal and we turn into a completely different team. This is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. And it comes down to my thinking, right? It comes down to if the football we're going to play, it's going to always be like this. I'm not here for it. And I think most Manchester United fans, I don't speak for everyone. I'm just myself. I'm just a fan sitting in my spare room, hoping I don't wake up my wife. Just me, right? I'm just a normal fan, right? Talking about Manchester United, but I don't want to see this type of football. The 3 points, I'll put it in my pocket and take it. But we can't keep playing this football. There's something going on, and I want to get to the bottom of it by the end of this video. Adam, thank you so much for joining and making your proper like panelist debut, brother. Tell me your thoughts, man. How do you find the first half? Where do we go from here, man?
I don't know where do we go from here, mate, because the first half it was very, very, very poor, very, very poor. But I was not surprised, as you said, and like you touched on the Cavani matter. When it's Martial, it's the same thing. But Martial comes deeper and he brings the wingers to play. That's just not what Cavani does. So The problem is the team. They have two different profiles, but they both are struggling to score goals. So at the end of the day, the team is not working. We're not, as you said, I think it's Neji who said when you have attacking wingers, and we'll touch on that later, it's a system thing. And we don't play well, but we have very good players. We have, you can say we need NDD, you can say we need Rice and Sancho, but we need to be playing better regardless. We played against Brighton and we struggled. And it's not good enough, in my opinion. Really, really isn't good enough. And just as you said, I'm not here for this football. It's not sustainable. It is not enjoyable. The games are very, very tough to go through. And there are so many problems and so many symptoms that we can't even know where to start. It's very, very, very frustrating. It really is.
Mate, I hear you, man. It's just people in the comments are I would say not really divided. I think everybody can see that something's wrong. I even tweeted this and said, guys, serious question. Why are we playing this sort of football? Why are we playing this sort of football? And I'm talking about the first half. It was terrible. And everybody agreed. No Manchester United fan was like, no, what are you talking about? No, there wasn't. And if they were, they had a Chelsea top underneath, right? It was one of the situations where, why are we playing football? And most of the comments came back to me and said, coaching. Coaching. And coaching's an easy word just to put out into the atmosphere and say, oh, coaching. But we're saying it with some weight to it. When we say coaching, we're talking about when there's not imagination from individual players. And even the commentator said, oh, we need something from a Bruno. We need something from a Pogba. No. We don't need something from our best players. We need the team to form together. Power Rangers, right? If they want to beat the baddie, they come together and make a freaking big robot or dinosaur, right? They're not great on their own, all right? I'm talking about bringing the collective together.
Stop on the red Power Ranger, sorry.
Yeah. I'll be the black one, not because I'm my color. I just like the black costume. And Neji, you could be the pink one.
That's me. I'm for it.
Aidan, you're the yellow one, and Adam, you can be the green one. We will be so bad. No one's watching that show.
I like the video. People like the video if you're watching us be the Power Rangers. Fact.
Yeah. If we win the Europa League, we'll dress up as Power Rangers for jokes. I'll buy everybody a Power Ranger.
I'm game.
Yes, I'm here for it.
If we win the Europa League, Adam, are you down for that? Are you down for that to wear a Power Ranger?
I'll try to find a suit and let's go on.
Aidan, are you down for it? A Power Ranger if we win the Europa League?
Yes.
Bro, that's a trophy. I know people don't like Europa League, but I'll take a trophy all day long, mate. So Dean Smith, my man, what's going on, brother? Being in top four requires winning even when we play bad. What would you say to that, Neji?
Yes and no. I think if it was Man City playing bad, like let's be honest, Man City, Liverpool playing real bad football and they're grinding out results, next game they're probably going to turn back up and go, right, this is our style of football. We're back into the rhythm. I don't mind that. Do you know what I mean? But when you're constantly playing like this for long periods of the game, it's not just one half. We're literally starting the first 10 minutes playing better pressing because everyone's got energy. And then the moment we've got no energy, the shape goes. And we're trying to grind out results. It's basically just a little bit of luck for us to get these goals. And I think that's when you play bad. We're playing badly all the time for large parts of the game. And this is why, a lot of people started to get away from this Ollie saga kind of thing, because this style of football will be played next season. And it's like,
that's
going to progress us. Do you know what I mean? So I can appreciate winning, playing bad and getting the result. Like I said today on my stream today, I'm happy with the 3 points. But what we're seeing is basically, ultimately, it's like cloning from match to match to match, and then have the occasional game where we're playing really nice and everyone's like, see, we're okay. It's like, nah, that's not good enough, man. Like, we're getting to the end of the season now. We need to see another level. And I don't think Ollie's got that in his locker.
Yeah, I hear you, man. AG, well said, man. Well said. Andrew Tons, thanks for joining, guys. Don't forget to like the video. It makes a huge difference for whatever YouTube does. The more you like it, the more people see it, I think it is. So that really helps. And subscribe if you're new as well. Andrew Tom's my man. Ollie is the problem. Well, look, your opinion is granted. No one's opinion is wrong. I keep saying it. So many times on Twitter, you might tweet something and people are like, what are you talking about, man? Shut up. I'm like, wait a minute. Just my opinion, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, just please. Everybody's got a valid opinion. And if you think Ollie's a problem, mate, I think even Ollie Inners will say, yeah, you've got a good point, but I just want to be Ollie in for X, Y, and Z. There's nothing wrong with that. Andrew Ellis, for example, my man, said, I'm Ollie out since 2019 when he lost against Palace at home. And ever since then, nothing's changed. Look, I get it. Like Carl Lewis here says perfectly, Manchester United have won the most points from going to goal down, 22 points. It's sustainable for Ollie. This is my thing, right? Are we in a situation, Aidan, where the players are happy to play this sort of football as long as you get the result? Because for me, if I was playing football, Aidan, and we keep getting these results like last minute, I'll be frustrated because I want to get to excellence. But they seem to be doing high fives, doing flicking. It's Friday then and dancing. Like, what's that about? Do you think they're used to this, bro?
Well, I'll ask you one question. How much do we watch football week? Like 3-4 times a week, you know?
Yeah.
All of us have played to a decent level. Maybe, you know, we play at decent sometimes. These guys have been playing football every day since they were young. They watch football every other day. They watch tactical matches. They know how to place a pass. They know how to touch. I mean, some of them don't. But the point I'm making is these are seasoned football professionals.
Yeah.
If we can see that there's an issue, they will be able to see there's an issue.
Okay.
Irrespective of whether or not they'll say it, they will see it. And if we can see that these results aren't sustainable, they will see these results aren't sustainable. So I'll say that if a large section of the fan base can see something and has an opinion, it's likely that some of the players will think that. And I would say that Pogba wants to leave. Bruno said if we don't get success, he will leave, and we know that. So I have no doubt that the players probably have a feeling that the football's not great. But again, I struggle to beat a dead horse and just say the football's trash because, you know, I've got a life to live. I'm not going to be like bashing it's trash. On Twitter, I'll say it, but it's bad. We know it's bad, but I'm not going to keep on going over it. Like, it's bad, but I'm just going to enjoy the results when they come. Like, and really see. I just want to focus on the Europa League.
Mate, and this is what it's come down to, man. We need to enjoy the results at the end of the day. This is a point from Buggy Vibes, my man, saying in this game or on Twitter, people were praising Potter over Ollie. Yeah, I saw people saying Potterball. I was like, my man. But it's the end that matters. Good football, Potter, is nice, but beating your opponents is what matters. Look, for me, it is clear that we have better players in Brighton. It is clear. The way we were playing football in the first 10, 15 minutes, you can see that we had the better players. That's where it doesn't make sense for me. That's where it doesn't make sense for me. So if you can play that good about football at the first 15 minutes, why can't you sustain it? There's something missing. There's something missing because the top teams sustain that first 15 minutes of football throughout the whole game. We needed to do a flicky and score a goal by basically, I don't know, whatever we scored the goal. Great. They basically passed it to Bruno in the middle. They gave it to us like a flicky and have some change. And then Bruno did the thing. We needed that to get us going. That's not good. We need to light our own fires. We need to light our own fires. That's my problem. And that's where I feel like the wastage is happening. And look, Adam, we're in a situation where Chelsea lost, embarrassing. Arsenal lost, embarrassing. We couldn't go out and lose, right? Tell me if I know how you feel about Ollie. I know how you feel that he's not the right man. But if you can you kind of spin it in a different way and think, wait a minute, but we're still second. What do you say to people that say we're still second? Because I see that all the time.
Oh, we're still second. We're second for the time being. And if we don't finish second, it doesn't mean anything. And if we finish second, it means that next year we have to win the league. Otherwise, it can't be counted as progress. So, and are we winning the league next season with this? The way it's not sustainable, as we said. So, second, if we were a good team and we started the season properly, we would have been able to sustain the first position because we were ahead of City by 6-9 points, something like that at some point, 7 maybe. And now we're 14 points behind them. It's just not good. It's just not good. So I'd rather win the Europa League and finish 3rd or 4th because it doesn't change anything, and we win the Europa League. Because finishing second and, like, for example, Chelsea wins the Champions League or they go to the Champions League final, I'd rather be a Chelsea fan at that point. I'd rather have a Champions League final or Europa League or a trophy or something. Second doesn't mean really much. Doesn't mean much. It's not a second place that you say, okay, now we are really good. Next season we're pushing, like we're on their heels. It doesn't feel like that. You would be happy if we were that good, but we are not. So it feels weird. Really feels weird.
It's a hard situation to be in, and then people keep talking about Marcus Rashford, you know, and it's really getting to me. It's really frustrating me. It's really getting to me that this guy is obviously injured. He is so injured, it hurts me. Naji, what do you feel about this whole Marcus Rashford situation? Because obviously he scored the goal and we see how much we need him, but do you think we should still play him? It's a hard one because he scored the goal, bro.
Rashford's always going to give you a goal. That's one thing, and I think I've got to put it out there. There are a lot of fans out there that are like, listen, I don't care whether he's rubbish on the pitch, no matter what. If he gets a goal, without that goal, blah 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 blah. But the guy is clearly injured. First and foremost, the guy should not be starting this many games when you're that injured. Like, I don't know what. Like, for me, yeah, I look at Ollie and think, Bailly, injury prone. So when he's injured, you're like, okay, I'm not going to play him. Cavani, when he's injured, I'm not going to play him. But then Lindelof and Rashford are like, it's okay for them to go and play football. It's like we have no one else in them positions. And I'm there thinking, well, I'm pretty sure Twanzebe can do a job and Bailly can do a job when they're fit. So why is Lindelof playing? And I'm sorry, on that left-hand side, when Martial was fit, ultimately, play him on there, let Rashford rest. He's forced himself to go to England. And I think Ollie's giving Rashford a bit too much leeway, because I'm seeing the comments come out like Rashford wants to play every minute. And for me, that's immaturity. And I can only say that from an athlete's perspective. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been around the top athletes here in athletics. And when they're injured, we always say, when your body talks to you, you need to listen. Because you can overtrain and you can overinflate the problem in future. So, for example, if Rashford starts playing now, because he's a young, fit little whippersnapper, he's blessed. But in 2 years' time, when he's 27 and he can't do certain exercises or he gets twinges, that's because his body's adapted to that injury. And I just feel like Rashford's going to start finishing his career at 27, 28 if this is going to happen, man. He gets a goal, but I'm sorry. Again, I know Aiden will talk about this, but again, it comes down to having this bit of a system. We've got a system. We can rest players like Rashford, bring someone else in, and we can move the ball and still play our football and get the results. It's pressurizing when you're begging individuals to continue to have individual brilliance. It gets deep like that. And this is, again, Ollie can't stay in the job after the month for me. Like, we need some form of style of football to get rid of. And it's not so much we've got to get rid of Ollie. The only reason I'm saying that is because Ollie's just brought in a new coaching staff, and if Ollie stays, they're staying. So it's either the coach, to get rid of the coaching staff, you've got to get rid of Ollie, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, there's just one on top of the other, bro. But he shouldn't be playing, man, and I hope he gets fit. But Jesus.
Yeah, it's a hard one, man. Because look, comments are saying, Ethan's saying Rashford's 2 to 3 years away from having his career ruined if we keep playing like this. 100%. Another Michael Owen is in the works. Rashi can hardly walk at the moment. Rashford is Ichigo from Bleach. He thinks he'll get spawned back to life and come out stronger. It's like, mate, honestly, like it's a crazy situation, because we need Rashford in terms of what he can bring, his career, how young he is, that he's got that technique, he's got that techers. Hopefully he improves, but we're not going to get him. We're not going to get his best years at this rate. We're not going to get his best years. And my problem is, this is what it comes down to: getting the players that can actually. When Rashford came off, and you got Van der Beek, flicking Dan James coming on, that's the problem. The level drops. It drops, and this is where we need to get people like a Sancho, or like we'll link with Conman coming for a while. Anybody of real class to come in and step up. But this is the thing: are we going to get those players? Are we going to get those players with the board? And this is what it's going to keep coming down to. Even the commentators are saying, "Oh, they need someone to step up." The commentators are talking about individual brilliance. It's not good enough. We can't. It's not sustainable. How do you feel, Aiden, about the whole sort of Rashford situation, and like even lean on to De Gea as well? Even before we started the game, people were up in arms, like, "Oh no, why is Henderson starting?" How did you feel about this whole situation, man?
Yeah, well, I was one of the people that did. It's probably reactionary as per usual. But you know what? I'm a football fan, and to be honest, I'm not really taking it that seriously. Like, I was angry because, like, mate, I know you want to drop him, yeah, and that's calm. But why do it after he's had a kid? It just looks silly. It literally looks silly. It looks like you wanted to drop him for ages. You haven't got the backbone, so yeah, he has a kid. Let's get rid of him. Just looks silly, man. If you want to drop him 6 months ago. And this is what I always say: is like, people say you can't drop Lindelof, Maguire, and McFred. Yeah, but you can drop De Gea. So look, that's that situation. There's no right or wrong answers. There's not even any point talking about that. But the Rashford thing, yeah, like I've said, his game is heavily based off athleticism. Of course, he's upping his tech, but Rashford without athleticism is
not a good player.
It's not that great. So I always say, like, you've got to give these injuries time. And like Neji said, like, I'm no expert. When I used to do athletics quite a lot, and when you're at the top level, a tiny niggle that will mess you up.
Of course, it will.
It will mess you up. It will mess you up. The difference between walking around the street, picking up a kettle, munching on your shreddies, than running at 30 miles per hour down the wing. So if he doesn't start taking care of his body, he will regret it. He seriously will. And I don't want to see him get clattered at 27 and his career to be gone. Because I think he's got so much to prove. He's such a talented kid. He's such a lovely kid. He's got such a role model. He's got so many things to see, places to see, people to meet, and he just doesn't need it. So rest him, for God's sake. Please just rest him.
Yeah, no, I think we're all in agreement that this could become a sad love story, mate. Like a freaking long son's come back home, he's playing well, and then thinking, he gets injured because Ollie keeps playing him. I don't know if this is my one thing. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but it's clear as day that Rashford's injured. Like, you don't need to be behind the scenes or talk to the physio people. We're going to break him down to the ground. We're breaking him down to the ground. So my only thing is to help, hopefully, because obviously we've heard about Martial might be out for the rest of the season. Okay, that's a force that he's out. I think for me, that's depth gone. Depth is gone in that situation. Whereas Rashford needs to actually have a break too. But who's that leave us with? We could be in a dire position, like a massively dire position. How did you feel about the whole Rashford situation, Adam? And also, what are your views on De Gea and Henderson? Because guys, let me know in the comments. Are you Henderson happy to do it because look, he's playing okay, and De Gea, he's just got to fight for his place, or where are you at? Because Aiden's obviously said just a second ago that why we do it after he's gone to have a child. But for me, you get opportunities. It presents itself, whether it's injury or someone, say you're at work and you're off on leave and someone's got to take a position, they might do well and get an opportunity. So isn't that just Henderson's opportunity to take and run with it? Or what do you think?
Yes, of course. But when it comes to David De Gea, I was done with him a long time ago. So it was a while ago I was done with David De Gea. So
why were you done with him?
He doesn't command the box. He doesn't talk to his center halves. He allows the cross to come too close. I just don't feel safe with De Gea anymore. And I wanted Sergio Romero to take the first place so that Dean Henderson can play the odd games, and he has that feeling that he can get the permanent place at the goalkeeper. Not rush him into the first team. We have Romero, who's a good goalkeeper. He's a good second goalkeeper, and then you have Henderson. And David De Gea, it's okay, it's fine. He leaves. I'm okay with that. David Beckham left, so I'm all right with David De Gea leaving. So no, and I really, really agree with what Aiden said. If you want to bench De Gea, I would just bench him. Don't look for an excuse or something. If Rashford says he's okay to play, and he's obviously not, I just want some authority and some discipline within the team. I just want someone to take charge. I just want Ole to say to Marcus Rashford, look, mate, you are not playing. I know you want to play, but you are not playing, and that's fine because we need you. You're an important part of the squad. You're an important member. We want you fit. Just sit this one out. Sir Alex would bench Marcus Rashford until he's fit. He's not taking that risk, and he's benching him. And that's the same thing with Lindelof, and that's the same thing with David De Gea, just like Aiden said. I just want some authority in the team. If you want to bench him, bench him. If he shouldn't play, then bench him. And we shouldn't be relying on Bruno or Marcus Rashford or Martial or Pogba to do something, and they are undroppable because of that reason. That's why Donny van de Beek doesn't play, because he's a very, very good player, very clever footballer. But Donny van de Beek is not the sort of player that will put that mad cross or that mad ball or will take a shot that will rebound or something. Donny van de Beek doesn't fit our lack of system, if you get what I'm saying. So that's no. Rashford should be benched in my just so he can get back fit.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't know why we're driving him into ground. It's a quite interesting question. I'm seeing some really good comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. Neji, I'm going to push it to you, mate. Do you think Potter would do better with our players than Ollie? First half, I thought so, but we do seem to grind out results. We can say to that, brother.
Well, I'd say any manager will do better than Ollie, not because
whoa, that's
not because Ollie's not a manager, but he don't coach. He's not a coach.
Good point.
He's not a coach.
Is Potter a coach or a manager?
Is it? Well, okay. He isn't. His job title is the manager, but his role within this team is not to coach the team. He's even said he doesn't. So why Why would, as I said, why would I expect an elephant to go swimming with a shark? Don't make no sense. Or go flipping tree, like he's there just to stand around, swing his trunk, and do bits. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's not. Jokes aside, he's not there to coach. So I need. This is where I put this comparison away. Like, he's not a coach. He's not the coach. He doesn't go in the ground and go, right, okay, I want 1-2 touch here, and he's not that guy. He doesn't do it. He turns up, he smiles, he goes, right, boys, Rashi, and all that. And that's it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean?
You're going in.
So I'll be honest. Potter is better than our coaching staff. That is fact, and I think you'll find most managers, even Southampton, to a degree, they even try to play better football, is better than our coaching staff. But the issue, as I said before, guys, is the fact that the coaching staff won't be going anywhere because Ollie's just hired them. So ultimately, if you want to get rid of the coaching staff, unfortunately, you need to get rid of Ollie, unless Ollie wants to go, right, okay, I need Carlos Queries and them type of levels. I need the best coaches. Go and get the best coaches. Then you can do all your high rush on the sideline. It's blessed.
Yeah. Mate,
so that's me, bro.
Mate, I hear you, man. Let's see what the comments are saying. We're going to get to player ratings really shortly and get your views on this because I think there's going to be a bit of a mixture here. I think it's going to be quite interesting. I don't know why, but I feel like a couple of players might get a stupid rating. I don't know if it might come from me. The Gea is the issue. Is what I the Gea issue is what I dislike about United management at the moment. I don't think any manager will get hired in second with this team. In honesty, Man City, no one's getting hired in Man City this time. So yeah, that's exactly right, bro. Ollie, Eric won't be with us for a little while. He has tested positive for COVID. Oh gosh.
It doesn't start anyway, doesn't matter.
Drop it. No, drop it like five though, man. So we've got Martial's out for the season. Rashford looks injured, but he'll probably play with one leg. Bailly's got COVID because he probably did a somersault in the Tesco car park or something. I don't know. You know what he's like. He's raw. Mate, this is flicking tough, man. I'll be honest with you. I want to put some respect on Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, guys. We're in a situation, right, where we need someone to kind of light this fire. This fire is going out. It's raining. Can't heat up nothing. No beans, right? And we need someone to turn to. And Mason Greenwood has really, really stepped up. For me, people doubted him for a long time. I don't know if any of you guys doubted him. But for me, it was a situation where we had to let this guy continue to be himself. He's young, he's youthful, he's made mistakes, he's gone through a tough time personally in his life. But I'm starting to see the Mason Greenwood back. I'm starting to see him with the touch and the play, with the long balls, with the finishing. Did you see that shot he had with the volley?
Hit the post.
He's close.
Hit the post, right? Beautiful. For me, we need him to be at the best of his game. Look, he's only scored 2 goals this season. Adam, what do you think Mason can do for the rest of the season, bro, before we go into player ratings?
I just love Mason Greenwood. I really, really like him. I think he's a beautiful footballer. I think you have him, Anthony Martial, Paul Pogba, that I believe in our squad that are, very, very, very good player. So Mason Greenwood was never in doubt with me because just as much as I rate Anthony Martial and he didn't score many goals this season, it was never very, very, very scary for me for Mason Greenwood not scoring goals this season. He will improve. And I believe, for example, Mason Greenwood, Aiden said he prefers him at 9. And I believe he will obviously. Oh, sorry.
That's all right, bro.
Sorry.
Is that Mason calling you?
No.
It's Cavani. He's angry.
No, because as Aiden said, he prefers him at 9, and I can clearly see why. But for example, if you play a 4-3-3 gegenpressing system, just like Jurgen Klopp does at Liverpool, if you imagine Mason Greenwood at 25 years old, I believe he can be better than Mohamed Salah. He can score 3 goals. So
whoa, Adam. Is it your birthday today?
Yes, it is. That's why people are calling.
Happy birthday, bro. Why didn't you tell us, man? Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Look, this video's for you, man. Look, this video's for you. That video's for you, man. Just a Lingard dance, bro. Mate, happy birthday, man. What are you doing? What are you doing your birthday, man? Guys, give us a big shout out to Adam's birthday.
Big shout out to Adam, bro.
Adil, thanks for letting us know about the birthday, mate. You look fantastic. How old are you? 16?
26. 26 today.
Nearly there. Freaking love that, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you very much,
guys. we're gonna go straight into the player ratings, man. I love this now because when we win games, there's no pressures. You know what I mean, we could just say it nice and easy. And just before we start as well, I just want to remember, guys, Chelsea got licked up by West Brom. Just want to put that out there, mate. Just want to put that out there. By the way, Ethan, Sean went to give you a message. Sean's really not well, by the way. He's really not well. He's been in hospital.
I was going to ask where's Sean gone?
Yeah, he's really not well. But with his last breath, basically, he was like, "Tell Aiden that. See, Chelsea aren't going to finish second." So how do you feel about Aiden? Because he basically went to say that, look, Chelsea aren't all that. 2 short ball weight, amazing. What do you say about that result for Chelsea quickly?
To be honest, I just think it's a random result. Like, I don't think you can start. I don't think you could. No, but let's be real here, though. Like with a 6-1 that we got against Spurs, how many times has that been replicated? It's just an off win. Like they've scored. I think they conceded 5, and they only conceded 1 from open play prior to that. So it's not like he's going to go on and do well. It's not.
It's just a blip. Yeah, it's just a blip.
Yeah, man. Just a blip.
Hey, we'll come back to this at the end of the season, bro. We'll come back to this blip. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to go to the player ratings now. It's going to be very interesting to see where we go from here. And I want people's honest opinions. Obviously, we've got a lot of the team to go through. So, yeah, let's just keep it nice and short and snappy. Let's start. We'll go clockwise for jokes. I don't know why that's funny, but I'll start with Aiden. Aiden, Henderson, bro, what are you giving him? And then
you want to know what's the jokes, bro?
Go on.
My fuse and my plug's gone. I've got no more plugs in my garage, so I'm currently using my phone to like shine a light on
that. Hey, I bet people in the comments will start blaming Ollie for that. I guarantee you that somehow Ollie's fault for that. Mate, you know what? The show must go on. I appreciate you, brother. Aiden, what are you saying for Hendo? Guys, get in the comments. Let's do this all together, man. What are you saying for Hendo?
Does it matter really? 5, 6. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe he's just mad. Like,
no, you're being out of You're being out.
No, not as in that he was bad, but as in that like he wasn't good, he wasn't bad. He was just like okay. Like anyone that's getting onto him for that save, like you're being silly. He had an incredible foot save at the start, and then our defenders like flipping giraffes running from a lion in Africa, mate. Ran around like headless chickens, mate. Do you know when you watch David Attenborough, yeah? And like there's a load of like really fat rhinos or something, and then a lion comes and they all like start shaking and then they're all clattering in. That's what it looked like, yeah. So that's not his fault, but yeah, like 5, 6, 5.5, I'd say.
Yeah, people are saying 5, 7, 6. I'll go for a 6. I think he commanded. There was times when he came out for the ball, lumped up.
Yeah,
I know he made one mistake when he kind of lost it a bit.
That wasn't a mistake, though. That wasn't a mistake. I don't.
No, not the mistake where they scored. I mean, the one when he came out and actually dropped the ball. Do you remember?
Boys.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Boys. I'm glad you said that, Dom. Yeah, because listen, like we've had a mistake against AC Milan, concede the goal, right, and then a couple of games later, and I'm doing fair comparisons here. A couple of games later, he's tried to come out for the ball today. People said he's great at coming out for the ball. Right, so he's one of his main things. Almost drops it and gives away the goal. I appreciated he saving the first off, but I don't think that goes and gets to 6. If that was De Gea, see, he's dropped the ball again. See, it was the same. Let's just switch the plays around. If it was De Gea against AC Milan doing that dodgy save, see, he did it against AC Milan. He's done it again today. We're lucky about that. So I'm sorry, he's not getting a 6.
Wait, so what are you giving him, mate? What are you giving him?
Average, because he made a good save. It's unfortunate for the second goal. But don't go gassing him. Don't gas it. This is what I don't like, man. Don't gas. Don't gas.
Neji, people were saying 6, and Neji was so passionate about it. He said we have to give him a 5. So yeah, Adam. It's Neji. We go for AWB. He had an interesting game. I'm interested to know your thoughts.
You're not, bro, because everyone's calling me a hater, bro, and agenda Phil because I don't agree. The guy, bro, nah, man. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm not. I'm not having. I don't care what name comes out, but I'll just speak from my heart, bro. Listen, one moment doesn't facilitate a whole game. You can't have one good cross and then mess up with a 5-yard pass and like you mean at the back post again, messed up. I know if Bailly was playing, Lindelof's definitely clear. Bailly's clearing that ball. Lindelof jumped as high as he could. Bless him. Didn't work out. But Bissaka just slept on the guy, bro, and then his passing range was awful. It was only until the team got a bit of an energy boost and like they're going to have one of them cheap Snickers protein bars and think it's proper protein and going, let's go. Bissaka puts a cross and I'm thinking dead meat. Like didn't even beat the first man.
Wait. Am I guessing that you don't rate AWB? Am I getting that vibe?
For this game, bro, he's getting a 4 minimum. That's nice. That's really nice because I don't want people to die over my rating. It's an opinion.
I was gassing him like 5 minutes ago. That's the mad thing. Like 2 days ago, I tweeted out. I was like, Wan-Bissaka bar Brighton. He's been pretty good. I tweeted that out. I swear down. I tweeted out 2 days ago. I said, apart from Brighton,
2 days, bro. I just go off 2 days because
but that's what I mean. Like he is doing the same thing. Like back post, bro. Back post.
Oh yeah.
I actually think that you have these triggers. Yeah. Do you know when you go for like breakup or something? Yeah. And you're just like walking on the street, or whatever. And then you happen to see some random girl wearing some random jumper that she used to wear. And you have like PTSD and you're like, raw, like it's just some random trigger. He hears back post and he's like, what? And he's like, what? I remember that. He's got some like weird obsession with the back post. He just doesn't like it. He just goes like this. He looks like someone's tickled his neck. You know, people tickle your neck and you just go like that. That's what he looks like.
Hey, Aiden, sorry, who's tickling your neck, bro? What are you doing? I'll be honest with you, right? I really rate Reece James. I rate his how he can dribble with his build. He's quite a big guy. He's got a powerful stride. Do you think Reece James is better than AWB?
Yeah.
As an overall footballer, fact.
Adam?
Oh, that's easy. Easy.
Why are you even asking, Dom? Why are you even asking?
No, because some people
playing a Fiesta and a Golf. Those 2002 Vauxhall courses on Gumtree are like 60 quid. That's what Wan-Bissaka is. Like he's a Golf. Reece James is the Golf, bro.
No, Aiden, some people, I promise you, will think that AWB is better than Reece James. Guys in the comments, and ladies as well. Does anybody think AWB is better than Reece James? Speak now, if ever hold your peace. Let me see. James is an obvious one. Yeah, everybody's saying that it's the same thing. I like James and Matty Cash. Who? Say again?
Wan-Bissaka, he doesn't feel like a footballer. The way it is. It's just so.
Do you know what he looks like? You know them Donnies, like the Donnies that used to come football, in the Ashton, they used to wear their bags and the big long pointed football, like at school. Them man used to dribble. That's what he looks like. He tries to dribble past 60 man.
Bro, he plays football like someone's uncle with shit flickers on from Nigeria, bro. And goes, I used to play football.
Oh, you're being out of order now. Look, he helps us a lot. He's a very good defender. Granted, when he goes forward, he looks like he's playing with himself.
This is why you have to have Dom, the voice of reason. He just evens it out. Do you know what I mean?
You can't, man.
Don't get me wrong. Uncle could put a big challenge and everyone big him up and be like, yeah, we've all got respect for Uncle, but we all know his ability and them shit flickers just ain't great. That's it.
All right. So what we giving? I don't even know who turn it is. AWB is a 4 from AG. Okay, fine. No problem.
I said Booker T.
AWB is Inspector Gadget playing football with Springs. Booker T. AWB has to stop the spinner Rudy. Adam. I don't know where we are. Lindelof. Adam.
Lindelof.
5 times.
I thought he was average.
What do you think?
I'd give him a 5.
Lindelof, average 5. I'll go for 5. Boys, you think great? 5? You're right. Aiden's absolutely gone. He's absolutely gone.
What's that
Booker T, mate. We all remember that. Don't we? Yeah, Adam, I'll agree with Lindelof for 5.
Yeah,
you know what,
5.
though? This is perfect for Maguire, right? I think Maguire had a quietly really good game. Yeah. And anybody that doesn't say it, they've got agendas. And you're fair to have your agenda. If someone broke your heart on Love Island, I wouldn't text her back. Do you know what I mean? But for me, I'm trying to keep it level. Maguire had a very good game for me. He was strong, heading out. He was overtipped. Oh Jesus, that Booker T. Oh my gosh. That reminds me of Bamiyang's hairstyle. Jesus Lord.
Bamiyang looks like Giovanni, bro.
No, he looks like Kofi Kingston, the wrestler.
Mate, do you see that the Twitter picture of of my wife and kids, the hairstyle of Aubameyang. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
Oh mate, it's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I'll give
Aubameyang.
Maguire. For me, I'd actually go higher and give Maguire a 7. Do you know, I think Maguire was.
I'd give him an 8.
I'll give him. I think he was really strong. People are saying 6, 6.
I'd give it 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go on to Luke Shaw. This is one of Luke Shaw's not great game for me. What do you think, Aiden?
Now, do you know what the thing is? Yeah, like with Shaw, he's one of them players. Sorry, I'm just recovering from Booker T. He's consistently delivering like a 7, 6.5 out of 10. So the thing is, yeah, I really respect players that can deliver those touches.
He's got the giggles. He's got the giggles, mate. This is what it sounds about.
He's consistent, yeah. 6, I think, to give him a 7 because he didn't lose the ball too much. He had a good few good moments when he cut it back. His touch was good, and he was.
You're giving Luke Shaw a 7.
6.5.
6.5. Okay, all right. I think we can all agree on that. Midfield. Now we go to Pogba and AG.
It's a difficult one for him today, and I know a lot of people are going to judge him based on the standards of what Paul Pogba is compared to the team, but the whole team in the first half were just equally rubbish. Nothing was working, so I'm not going to just go, oh, Pogba deserves an extra one less because of his ability and talent. I'm sick of that stuff, man. Let's just base it on a whole team performance. And Pogba, I think most he's going to get is a 6, the most he'll get. Because the second half, his second half was much better.
You got the assist.
It's
just
his first half, I'll give him a 4 or 5. But his second half, I mean, he got the assist. He was in some great positions. A bit more dangerous once the ball was being moved quicker. So I'm just going to give him a 5.5, man.
Yeah, most people are saying 5. Yeah, they're with you, bro. 5, 4. Yeah, most people are saying 5. Yeah,
I think Pogba was woeful. This is coming from me. Pogba was like poop. He was so like he looked like COVID Pogba. That's what he looked like. He looked like COVID.
After COVID, isn't it? Yeah, like if you did like a compilation of Pogba vs Brighton, it would not be good. You know, when you had that one, but it's not good. Yeah, I agree with that. Pogba. Who just did Pogba? Was that was Nagy? All right, let's go on to Fred. Adam, what you saying, man?
Fred's probably my pick for man of the match.
Really? Over Greenwood?
Yes, him. Wow. I have Greenwood, Fred, and Luke Shaw. I'd give him all a 7. I'd give him all a 7. Maguire for me. Yes, I'd give Fred a 7. I'd give Luke Shaw a 7 because he's just very, very good. And Fred was good. Fred was good today. But
so the whole sell Fred then you wouldn't. Would you take Basuma over Fred?
It depends who comes in as a manager. I cannot just pick a player without knowing.
We keep Ollie. Will you keep Basuma over Fred? Get Basuma over Fred.
All day.
Yes, probably. But then again, Basuma we won't see the Basuma that we're seeing now. He will regret.
The thing about Basuma is I think Basuma is a bit more technically sound. Like with Ole, he likes players that can sort of do the basics for him because he can't coach them. I think Fred, if you coached him into a role where he was basically just a destroyer when he broke up play, he'd be incredible. But
Absolutely.
You know, if you're talking about just throwing them out on the football pitch, Basuma will figure it out himself more. Plus, Basuma's got more development left in him. He's only like 24. So, you know, he can be coached into a DM if needed. So I think Basuma's a better long-term option. Plus, but how much would Basuma cost? Like 30 mil?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
he's very good.
Where's that guy that was supposed to be this amazing guy and we missed out on him? What's his name again? He signed for Brighton.
Where's Casido?
Yeah, what happened to him?
In Colombia, bro. That's what I heard.
He was supposed to be this unbelievable player. I haven't seen this. He's
probably chilling with Falcao's parents or something.
Oh, Jesus have mercy. People. Oh, this is a good one. Wube United FC. Fred 8, 92% pass accuracy. Wow.
No, his passing was quite so high today.
Wow, that is.
But like moving the ball forward, it wasn't that way. Let's be honest. I looked most of his passes. There's a few passes I'm saying pass it forward, and he just found an opposition. So certain stats can just crowd certain things, man. You got to really look past them things, man.
Yeah, no,
great performance. But I'm just saying based on stats, man.
I think stats is one of those. It's like a commentary. It backs up what you see on the pitch. Sometimes it doesn't back it up actually as well. Oh, he was on the bench. Thank you, Karen. Took the kids. Appreciate that, bro. Well, I love that name. I love that name. Karen took the kids. Where are the kids gone? You can say that. Yeah. So that's who was just done. Who we just do? That was Fred. Yeah, Fred 7. Nice. Let's go on the left. I'll do with Rashford. Rashford. He scored a goal. Great finish, by the way. Old school Rashford. Martial finish. Love that. Because you could easily get. How many times have you seen Rashford have an opportunity like that that goes straight into the keeper's hands? How many times? It was the weight of the ball. He opened out his body, and I felt like that was the old school Rashford. That was like, yeah, I got to finish this. We really need to win this game. So for me, Rashford, before he got injured, that goal changed everything. If we didn't score then, we would never won that game. So I'm also putting that into the scoring. I'm going to give Rashford a 7, only because how important that goal was. We needed that. His overall game wasn't that great, but I'm just talking about how important that goal was. So what do you guys think?
It was good. It was like the Liverpool goal. I thought he sort of opened his body up and just sort of slotted it into the end of the corner. I think that's a very specific technique to be able to nail. It's not. We've always said that Rashford sort of knuckleballs everything. Yeah. You know. He probably, if he wanted to pick up a ball, he'd probably knuckleball it like he'd knuckleball a tennis ball if he could. So I think that's a very specific finish. He's clearly intended to do that. He did it versus Liverpool. And opening up your body and finishing, it's a very hard technique to do. So I think we've got to give props to him for that. And I think he still needs to go up that level if he wants to finish, be like world class, up there with the best. Because he'll still have games like West Ham where he misses 3 chances. But I think from last season, he's come on leaps and bounds. So I'm quite happy with that.
100%. You know what? I can't get over how bad Cavani was. I'm sorry. I know I've kind of dipped into it like a ketchup, little dip. But I need to dip it a bit more. Cavani was awful today. Like, I feel like for me, his head's not in it. He's already going to Boca Juniors. He's let his hair grow on his face. Normally he's clean cut. When people start letting their hair grow, they don't care. They don't care no more. Like, for me, it's one of those situations where for me, it was a bad signing. It's a bad signing. How much we've got out from him, the input and the goals and everything, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. No. And this is another mistake by the board. And rash, because don't forget, when we got Cavani, it was a last-minute panic signing, and people were like, "Oh, who? Cavani? Really? 10 million in agent fees, stupid amount of wages." But then we started playing well. We're like, "Oh, forget that." But come on. It's not.
I was going to say, like Rashford and Martial got 22 goals last season. Greenwood got 17. Cavani's got 7. Martial's now got 7, and Greenwood's got 7.
Yeah.
So I don't see what Cavani's really offered. Like, and I think people say like. People are saying, "Oh, I don't care about a striker that holds up the ball and retains it well. I just want them to score." And now Martial's gone. People are like, "Cavani's not passing well." I'm like, "Well, you literally just were happy that Martial got injured."
Yeah,
I saw people on Twitter. So you got to make your mind up. Like, and I think that I always say, like, I cannot think of one player that's been consistently good as a striker since Alex Ferguson. So
it's true. Rashford's 4. Andrew's on it, man. Andrew's on that ginger beer again. He's just going in cold, my man.
I don't think he was that good in the game, but that's the thing.
I was trash, but he scored. That's always Rashford.
But this is the issue, Aiden. This is the issue because we've got so many fans, and I can appreciate a goal, and I can appreciate how much the result matters. But don't use that goal to not you personally, but in general, fans got to stop using that goal, these stats, to put reference on how good he was in the game, because this is where Martial gets slandered. I've got some little stats here that I read up. I tweeted it a while back. But get this, in the Premier League, Martial has had 167 appearances and Rashford has had 172, so only 5 in it. Now,
this season?
No, overall, since they played for United, So ultimately, Rashford's on 5 more than him. Now, assist-wise, Marcus Rashford has 28. And Martial, has 26. Goals, Martial has 55. Rashford 54. There's literally hardly anything in it. And if you ask any of these United fans at the moment, because let's be honest, it's these stats that have been allowing Rashford to get gassed. Everyone's gassing Rashford off the stats, but not actually gassing the way they infect a team, ultimately. There's nothing between them. Martial's having his worst ever season. Rashford's having one of his greatest, and the stats are still looking like that. And Rashford's had a great season based on these stats. Now, I'm not saying he deserves criticism, but what I am saying is Martial definitely doesn't deserve the level of criticism he's been having for having a bit of a dip in form. Because it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous.
This is what happens, ONAG, though. People look at it based on the season. No one's going to look back and say what happened 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago. People are looking about this season because really, we're in this season, so we've got to judge it. Based on this season, Martial's not scored enough or done enough. And Rashford has, even playing average some of the games he has.
No,
that's
what it comes
down to.
Yes, absolutely.
I'd say though, like how many goals did Rashford get from open play last season in the Premier League? He got 9.
Who knows?
He got 9.
9.
And I always say that if you're taking pens, people don't always think about just the fact that he's obviously scoring penalties for goals, but that also gives you confidence. If you put away a pen, that's going to give you confidence.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think people just think, Martial and Rashford had the same season last season. I know they come into this one and Rashford's doing a lot better. Martial had a far better season than Rashford last season. He got 17 goals with no penalties in the Premier League. He got none. He was doing that on top of playing well for the 90 minutes of the entire game. Rashford wasn't doing that. And I know Rashford has been doing well, but I always say to people, name me one player that's been good for 18 months as Alex Ferguson, but you can't. There's absolutely nothing to tell me that Rashford won't turn around next season and be trash and Martial will be world class. And it will flip. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that people need to remember that is a very, 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 very feasible possibility. Because every year it switches. Like 6 of the players are trash, 6 players are good, then it flips. I won't be surprised if it flips next season. So
and just on what go ahead. Can I go?
Go ahead. Yeah.
On what Aiden said, for example, last season I think Martial scored 23 in all competitions, something like that. He took no penalties, and Bruno scored like 14 penalties, and I think Marcus Rashford scored something like 11 penalties until Bruno came into the squad. So that's around 24 penalties we had last season. So if Martial was taking penalties and he only scored 75% of them, he would be close to 40 goals in all competitions.
Yeah, exactly.
And the season Martial had last season, I love Martial. I think he's a fantastic player, but I wouldn't say he was as good as Mo Salah from 2 seasons ago. And I wouldn't say he is as good as Cristiano Ronaldo from 2008 because he was around the same range of goals. So the stat doesn't mean really that much. Martial was very good, but he was not Ronaldo level. He was not Mo Salah level. But if he had taken those penalties, people would say, oh, but Martial is probably top 3 in Europe. And he wasn't, even though he's really, really, really good. So just to complete on what Aiden said regarding Rashford, and next season, maybe it will be the opposite way. So
yeah, no, Adam, I completely agree. Guys, we're going to go on to Bruno now. Who's next? Is it Neji? Is it? No.
Yeah, man. Bruno the shocker, bro. I'll tell you straight, bro. He's looking at a 3.5 to close to a 4.
3.5,
Close to a 4. I'm talking about his performance, bro. Like, his performance was woeful. Like, genuinely woeful. And I know he was forcing it, which, fair play, you have to. But I'm sorry. Like, you got an assist, and maybe that will get you to a 4 because it was a well-taken pass. He waited, beautiful wait. But for me, performance-wise, over 90 minutes, he's got to have a 4 max.
Yeah, I saw so many wayward passes from Bruno. I saw so many passes that were easier that he didn't do. I saw he did bring down a lovely ball, like a ballerina.
Rashford
put his leg up there. That was nice. But for Bruno's standard, he was terrible today. And
I was going to say,
the weirdest thing is though, how many times have we seen Bruno have a stinker in a game, and still do?
I think it's catching up with him now because I actually think that Bruno's stats in the last 5-10 games aren't good. I think from September to early January he was good, but I think since mid-January I don't think he scored many goals actually.
Yeah.
What's the last open play goal Bruno scored?
The one
that you could think.
The Cantona one.
I thought it was West Brom.
What did he score? How did he score for West Brom?
He scored the volley. It came on to him and he just.
Oh, maybe it's that one. Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's been that good for a while. But to be honest, again, I'm not really going to get onto Bruno that much because he's scoring and whatever, man. Look, I think rating a player, rating Bruno, whatever, we'll see at the business end of the season because we're top 4 right now. That's it. If we get to the Europa League final and these man bottle it, I don't care about your GA. I literally couldn't care less. Honestly, I care so little that I don't care. It's that deep. Okay, yeah. So we'll see in the Europa League. We'll see what happens. That doesn't make any sense, but
no, don't worry, man. I've got subtitles. Adam, who played up front? Oh, Cavani. We give him, bro.
Well, Cavani he was shocking, but the way we play, I didn't expect much from him either way. Because if Martial had been there, people would say Martial had a very poor game, but we would have seen more of Martial coming in and putting Greenwood and Rashford into play. So I'd give him a 4. It's really.
Wait, you can't get more than Rashford, surely. Or the same as Rashford. Rashford got 4. No, wait.
Rashford doesn't deserve Rashford. Rashford deserved like a 6 or 7.
No, Rashford got a 6. No, sorry. Bruno got 4 and Bruno got an assist.
So I would give them both a 4. Actually, I thought Bruno was poor.
mate, for me, I think Cavani. If Cavani weren't playing in that game, it would have made no difference. Van de Beek did more than Cavani in 10 minutes for me.
Cavani's moving like Lord Fart. Cavani looks like Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Thank you, Aiden, for saying that, bro. I think VDB came on, right, made that space, was next to Greenwood. You saw him ghost in there. Cavani, for me, 2 or 3, max. Like, when he goes, I have no problem because I need people at this club that care about winning. That don't think, oh, yeah, I'm coming for holiday. I'm coming for a flicking Airbnb, flicking Centre Parks. No, this is Manchester United. We want to get back to it. If you're on the boat, get on it. If you're not, get off. So for me, yeah, I hear you. The last thing, we're running out of time now, is Ollie. Just really, really quickly, I'll give Ollie first half. It was a 2, and 2 is just because I'm about to eat some food, so I'm happy. Second half. In honesty, we won. We won the game, so I have to bump it up to a 2, a 6. I bump it up to a 6 for Ollie. Do you agree? No.
Nope.
What you say, Adam?
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, like won it, like bruv.
I'll give
what, like, okay, 6, like, yeah.
Yeah, Adam, what are you saying? Because you think that you don't disagree. Wait, Mbanda said 1. What are you saying, Adam?
I don't think we won because of him. So if it was a 2 in the first half, I'd stick with a 2. I just don't think it's because of him. So maybe you could knock it to a 5 just because of the result and just to make it a bit more fair. But I don't believe we won because of him, because what did change? Not much, really. They're just playing, just like Neji said, there was some sort of energy, some spark that came in at some point, and we started playing a bit better. But I don't think it was instructions.
You know what?
All of a sudden,
yeah. You know what?
I'll give him a 4, bro. That's it.
You know how I base it? Like, I think a 5 is when you win the game. And then the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is how you win the game. Is it tactical? Is it strategy? Did you change something that changed the game?
Yeah.
Was it absolute battering, like a 9-0? For me, 5 is like you win the game. All right, now, how did you win the game? And for me, we won last minute. It was important in the season 6. So, but obviously, come on, the guy. I just don't know. I just don't know how far we can go with Ollie. I'm being honest with you. I'm not saying Ollie out. I'm not saying anything like that because it's bigger than that with the board and stuff. But I want to see better football, and I just don't know if it's with Ollie. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Come back tomorrow at 7 p.m. where we've got a special guest, Aaron, Mr. Aaron United. Obviously, the fans are divided a lot. And, you could say that he's a part of that division. Him and Saeed, misunderstood, I would say. So we're going to sit down and have a talk with him. Really, really nice guy. Honestly, such a good guy. He's got the United stand. He's got his own channel for a number of years. So come and check that out at 7 p.m. tomorrow. I want to say thanks so much to the guests coming on as usual. Aiden, man, big up your Twitter, bro.
Huh?
Big up your
Sorry,
Twitter.
I was on that. United Aiden, UTD Aiden, 2 ends. Sorry.
By the way, he tweets at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why he didn't know what he's talking about. Neji, man. Neji, big up your channel and Twitter, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys, man. Sunshine47, SONSHINE space 47. Get me subscribers on YouTube, man. We just started the watch along, so appreciate
subscribe.
That. Same on Twitter as well, man. Same on Sunshine47, man.
Nice one, man. And Adam?
Yes, at Adam Manred, Adam MANRAD.
Nice one. Guys, I appreciate you so much. Back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. We appreciate you. We got the points. The car made it to Brighton. We've got some rock and some donuts, but now we've got to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the league. Peace out. A-Town down. See ya.